Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. Right, now recently Kabam revealed, well, the new maps of upcoming champions, kind of like the mystery puzzle pieces for more Marvel lore savvy people to solve. Now, I am not one of them. However, I know somebody who is. And therefore, at the beginning of this video, I definitely need to give a huge shout out to JX, who has been providing a great lore content for Marvel Console Champions for a very, very long time. And that is the type of content he kind of focuses on: champion predictions, the storyline of Marvel, and he's very, very good at it. Some would say that he's probably the kind of like best known uh, in this regard, and he definitely has some very, very accurate predictions. Now, as always, these are just predictions, not all of them come true, but a significant percentage of them do. And that said, he has filled out his map of predictions with what champions we can expect to see joining to the game over the next year or so. So we're going to start with skill class, and his predictions would be Patriot and Silver Sable. Now, there are some champions, obviously, that I'm more excited than others. And I'll be honest, I didn't know pretty much anything about Silver Sable, but doing a bit of reading, she does look quite cool as a character, to be honest. She effectively, well, her father was a Nazi hunter, and she kind of took over the family business. So she's, obviously still a human, but she's a master tactician. She runs an international organization. She's extremely strong-willed, capable martial artist that's multilingual, but yeah, still just a human. Silver Sable's costumes often have a protective Kevlar lining after being incapacitated in the ends of the Earth. Silver began to use life model Decoy as an avatar, so that we could have some more Nick Fury action. That could be quite interesting. So she definitely piqued my curiosity as a champion. And yeah, I don't think I would mind seeing her join the contest at all. And obviously most of us do know Patriot. Patriot's basically a replacement, somewhat not good version of Captain America. But we should see him soon. We already did see him in Captain Captain America and Winter Soldier's TV series. He was one of the antagonists there, or anti-heroes. I don't know, depends how you look at the series. Right, moving on to the science class. He's predicting the leader, Blue Marvel, and Spider-Punk. Now, quite few of the champions that have once been in Summoner's Choice options but didn't win are coming eventually to the game, right? And the same thing here. I do know that a lot of people in working for Kabam are definitely big fans of Spider-Punk, and so probably are quite a few people watching my channel, so I'm sure that you guys are going to be happy about it. I have made my personal thoughts about Spider characters quite clear. I think we have enough Spider-Man, okay? I think we need more Spider-Man villains. I like a lot of those. I just think we have enough versions of Spider-Man, okay? I want Lizard in the game and a whole bunch of other Spider-Man villains. But Spideys themselves, I mean, how many Spider characters we have already? There's a lot. Whatever. There's also Blue Marvel, who did get quite a lot of hype when he did enter the Summoner's Choice vote. Obviously, he didn't win, but I know a ton of people would love to see him. And the leader as well, which is basically Hulk Brain. Evil Hulk Brain. It was we actually saw the leader as well, or this beginning of the leader in the Hulk movie, when that scientist got some of Bruce's serum thingy drip in his open wound, and his head started getting bigger. So he's a big-headed meanie. Okay, for Mystic Class, we're predicting Agatha Harkness, Nico, Kabam OG character, and Nightmare. Now, most of you probably do know Nightmare. He has appeared in quite a few comics and cartoons and stuff like that. He's, well, just like he sounds. He works with fear through nightmares. He's I personally recall him from Doctor Strange and Spider-Man crossover fighting Nightmare, I believe. Quite an interesting episode. Then we have Agatha Harkness, obviously from One Division TV series, probably where most people will recognize that name. And Nico. Nico actually is on the silver screen too, and you can check her out if you wish. She's from Runaways. She's kind of like a witch with evil parents, like a teenage witch, where, well, spoilers in the name, I suppose, they run away from their evil parents and try to get away from them. And she has a staff. I believe I pulled up some reading material in Nico as well. So she can, she has flight, magic telekinesis, magical teleportation, magic shielding, blood magic, magical aptitude, but she received little training, relying mostly on the staff of one to work magic. Still, she has been shown casting few spells unaided. So quite an interesting character, I would say. And also one that we have seen recently. Then here, it's already a bit different. Obviously, Mystique is kind of like the big bombshell, because Mystique fits perfectly in here, and Mystique's probably one of the most solid predictions. If it isn't Mystique that's, involved with Rogue, Professor X, Magneto, Toad, Nightcrawler, and Beast, then, I don't think there's another character in the entire Marvel universe that would fit there better. If it isn't Mystique that's coming, that would be like quite a large shock and surprise. And then we obviously have Dazzler. Now, Dazzler has been moved to his most recent picture update to to above Colossus, because next to Apocalypse and above Jubilee, we have, as we know, Dust now. And that's joining us for sure. And Forge, I have seen in quite a lot of predictions already. So Forge is quite, anticipated champion too. Here we have a champion that, again, has already been confirmed and announced to come to the game in February, as in Ironheart. And besides Ironheart, we have Bastion, who is kind of like the big evolved Daddy Sentinel. Basically a big evil tech mini. And then we have Deathlock, which he was not too confident in predicting, but, still gonna go with that. And Icon. Icon's also a bit more obscure character, but quite cool for sure. And then we have the last ones, perhaps the most important, I suppose, could be that Beta Ray Bill is predicted to arrive in the game this year as well. So in between Mystique and Beta Ray Bill, I do think that there are, and Blue Marvel, I suppose we should say, that at the very least there are a handful of extremely anticipated, and also, let's face it, some of the most popular Marvel characters that are going to be joining. Like Beta Ray Bill has been like requested and desired to join the game for such a long time, as well as Mystique. And then we have Scream and Supergiant. And in between Scream, well, it could be some other symbiote, but we do kind of expect to see another symbiote joining the contest. That probably most likely would be at some point in October, because that's typically quote-unquote the monster month. And Supergiant is just another member of Black Order, so Thanos' posse, basically. And that's what we have here, based on these maps, based on J-Axis predictions. As I said, quite a few of these champions I'm kind of either indifferent about, or, don't know too much about either. But at the end of the day, obviously, regardless of what that champion is or what it represents in the Marvel ultimate, deciding factor whether they're successful additions or not is whether those champions are good and effective when you use them. For instance, I was super hyped to see Sandman, really liked the character, really wanted to play with him. I like most of his abilities. He's just not really a viable champion. Therefore, hasn't mattered much. Similar with Jubilee. I wanted Jubilee added for many, many years in the game, and, hasn't been too effective. And not much has happened with that. So, on the other hand, tons of new and unknown characters joined the game, and they're amazing. And they do become, some of our favorites. So regardless of who these champions are, we need to keep that in mind, obviously, that it will all be put through the filter of MCOC, not Marvel itself. That said, however, are definitely some additions that I very much so look forward to. Absolutely 100%. If I have to say, from the potential ability standpoint, it actually could be Silver Sable because of the light model decoy thing. I hope Kabam gives us another skill champion with Life Model Decoy. That would be kind of cool. Right? And if it's character-wise, then it would probably be Mystique, obviously, and Battery build that I want to see the most. Which champions are you most excited for? Assuming that every single one of these predictions comes through, which one of these would you most want to see, acquire, grind for, obtain, based on what they represent in Marvel lore? Either way, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Again, huge shout out to J Axis channel. He has more in-depth, obviously, video about these champions that I will leave a link to. And give him a sub. I'm gonna catch you guys soon. Bye-bye. Hello there, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have